All right, I think we're going to go ahead and get rocking and rolling here. Again, my name is Will Mancini. I'm an account development consultant here at iMatrix. Just a few details about me. I've been here for about 3 years in our account development department. We work with our clients to make sure that they're maximizing what their websites are able to do for them, helping them attain their goals, talking with them about search engine optimization. As I said before, the questions box down at the bottom of the GoToMeeting widget, we're going to allow for plenty of time at the end to answer any questions. So just go ahead and type those in that box, and we'll get them answered. And then we will be recording the webinar, so if you have to leave early, don't worry, we'll be able to get you guys a copy. So the title of the webinar today is We Come Bearing Gifts, the latest online marketing tools to guarantee your success in the new year. And really what we're going to be talking about is what changes Google has made during this calendar year, how that affects you, as well as a few different tools you can utilize, a few tips in order to make your websites perform better for 2016. So let's see here. Get past this picture of me here. All right, so 4 kind of key points for this webinar today. We're going to be talking about what it really means to have a mobile-friendly website and why that matters to Google. The big takeaway here is there's no more pinch and zoom mobile websites, and Google is basically getting away from wanting to see those types of mobile websites. We actually want sites that will respond to the size of whatever screen we are viewing on. So I'm sure we're all familiar with those older mobile sites where you have to kind of pinch and zoom in order to see what you're looking at. An update that Google made that we'll talk about has kind of changed the way that we look at that. We'll also talk about why custom content is very, very important these days, how it's going to improve your website search ranking, attract more patients, and different ways to go about that and make sure you're doing it right. The essential takeaway there is that Google is going to draw connections between the pages of your website to external pages that you're participating in, basically from your home page to service pages to blogs. We'll talk about a lot of this stuff. Also, video is very, very important these days. We'll talk about how that can really increase people's chance of landing on your page and also converting from that page. Everybody loves video these days. A common theme in the webinar as well is that Google really loves when we use their products. So we'll talk more about that, talk about YouTube, why Google wants you to be active on YouTube, etc. And then a few different industry-specific tools that can really help guarantee the way that people view you and review you online, help keep a positive online reputation. It's really, really important these days to kind of push people to review you, especially on Google+, again, Google's product. And then also tracking where and when you're being reviewed is very important. So we'll touch on all that. The first update that Google has made this year that I want to talk about is the April 21st update, and essentially for getting away from those old mobile websites and moving into what we call a responsive website. Again, that's the site that actually adjusts itself to whatever size screen we're using. They called this mobile get-in when Google came out with it because it was going to very much impact the way that these old sites pop up in search pages. So basically this update penalizes websites that aren't mobile friendly. It actually doesn't have an effect on searches from tablets or desktops. Really just affects searches from mobile devices across all languages and locations. It's what we call a page level change. So for instance, if you have, let's just say you have 10 pages that are mobile friendly, but the rest of the pages on your site aren't actually mobile friendly, only those 10 mobile friendly pages can be positively impacted by this change. In case you guys are wondering, with iMatrix, all of our recent skins are mobile responsive. So if you're concerned that you might not be on a responsive skin, maybe you're on one of our older designs, you can call my department. We specialize in helping you to make sure that you're on these most recent responsive designs. We have account managers that can all help you out with making sure that we attain that. So I also want to make sure that you guys know, the mobile responsive design is very important. It's also just a piece of the puzzle. There's a very larger, more complex puzzle here at work. You definitely want to have a responsive site, but you also want to be doing as many other things that Google recommends so that you rank both on smartphones and desktops. Even if you have a page with high quality content, it's not mobile friendly, it could still rank high if it has great content. But again, combining all of these things is what's really going to make your website work better. You might be asking, what about my audience? What if we have an audience that doesn't or isn't very active on mobile phones or tablets? To tell you the truth, it doesn't really matter in this case if if your audience has gone mobile or not. Statistics are showing that more people are going mobile only, especially maybe because they haven't ever had a desktop, or just because they won't replace their existing desktop. They're just going straight for having a mobile phone. And non-mobile friendly sites, might not see many mobile visitors precisely for that reason, but it's still very important in Google's eyes to have this new responsive mobile site. Just a kind of a quick little statistic on this update. Traffic to these non-mobile friendly websites from Google mobile searches fell 12% in the 2 months after the April 21st update. So very impactful here. But again, part of the larger equation, which we'll talk about in more detail as well. Go ahead and change slides here. So the two other updates that I'd like to talk about are the Panda update as well as the Hummingbird update. Now these are changes to Google's search algorithm, and we'll talk about what they actually are and how that affects you as you're creating custom content, quality custom content for your website. So the first one, that Panda update, it first was updated in 2011, been progressively updated since. And really the reason that Google updated was to try and eliminate what we call content farms, or different websites or ways to have excuse me, low quality content in order to rank higher. The way that I look at this is there's white hat and there's also black hat, different ways of optimizing your website. The white hat being kind of what Google wants to see. They don't want to see you trying to rig the system in order to rank higher. And their algorithms are getting much smarter as time goes on. So they really want to see quality custom content versus like a high quantity of low quality content. We call websites that provide low quality content, they're typically called scraper websites. And Google has basically said that if you have this type of content, we're going to rank you lower. So that what they really want to see is you working organically to create content. They really want to see you putting the time and effort into creating this content for your website. And basically they've come out with this update to kind of eliminate these content farms. It's sometimes been called the farmer update. Really what Google wants to see is credibility for your website. They don't want to see you taking the easy way out. They don't want to see you trying to rig the system. So basically this Panda update combated against that, again with the algorithms getting a lot smarter. Now the second one, the Hummingbird update, basically is more concerned with context and what the searcher is actually looking for. All of these updates are there to deliver better search results for the searcher. And Google has said that this Hummingbird update is basically paying more attention to each word in a query ensuring that the whole query or the whole sentence or conversation or meaning is taken into account. I like to think that this means Google is trying to take intent into account here. In terms of search engine optimization, really little changes with the Hummingbird update, but the more the top ranking results are the ones that provide the natural content that reads conversationally. Now this ties back to the kind of evolution of voice search. People are searching more from their phones using Siri or using Google, and the words that they're using are going to be much more conversational. The keywords within each query, they're still very important, but Hummingbird adds more strength to what we call long-tailed keywords. So basically, we're now going to have to cater towards these queries that are asked more naturally. More conversational queries. Again, the voice search is really big these days. I like to think of these words, who, why, where, and how, so that Google can basically provide a result that is something that you're looking for. Google is going to show a lot more theme-related results with this update. So how does this affect us as we're creating content, as we're optimizing our website? What does this mean to us? I talked a little bit about these long-tail keywords through the Hummingbird update. Like I said, the keywords are still going to continue to be very important, but we're catering towards the natural asking of the question of what do I need and where I need it through a search. So these words are going to become more beneficial: who, why, where, and how, towards search engine optimization. The use of keyword synonyms, they've also been optimized with the Hummingbird update. So instead of listing results with exact phrases or keywords, again, we're showing more theme-related results. Again, we really want to avoid keyword stuffing, I like to call it. We don't want the low-quality content. Google is going to hold down traffic on an otherwise solid site, even if you just have a few pages of the poor quality content. The head of web spam at Google, Matt Cutts, just taking a kind of a direct quote from him, he's warned us that rewriting duplicate content so that it's original may not be enough to recover from the Panda update. The rewrites actually must be of sufficiently high quality, as such content brings additional value to the web. So again, they're looking for the value of your content. They're looking for credibility. Another thing is you really don't want to duplicate content. It's hard to avoid completely on your website. It's really more about Google knowing which page they should rank and which page they should not. They don't want to show the same content to searchers for the same query, and they like to diversify the results to their searchers or to their searchers. Basically, you just want to make sure every page you create isn't taking content from another site or replicating content you already have on your site. Now, title tags and meta descriptions are really important for your website as well. You really want to think of these as what the searcher is seeing when they come to a search page. The title tag being the actual title of a search result, the description being what the wording that's down below that gives a searcher an idea of whether this search result is going to deliver what they're looking for. So they can be modified on the back end of the website, in our case on the iControl platform. If you need help with this, you can always call my department, account development, or we have our support team. They can help take you through kind of the back end of the website to make sure you know what you're doing. A few other good practices with creating content. One, I really like this one, is adding FAQ pages to relevant pages or frequently asked question pages. Really a great way to increase quality, or unique content. You might have a service page, and you add a little FAQ down at the bottom. Again, that's going to be unique content that Google likes to see. It's not going to duplicate anything. Also, blogging is a great way to increase that unique content. Really the moral of the story here is organic, conversational, unique content is really what's going to look good in Google's eyes. Now, within iMatrix, we do have solutions to these problems or services that can help you to get ranked higher. We do have a service that it's called our premium service, and it's specifically designed to create good quality, unique content for our clients. We have account managers, they're all Google certified, that write all the content, and it's a great service if any of you are in the market for something like that and want somebody to write the content for you. I would highly recommend giving us a call and getting some more details on it, because it's a really great service. We've come out with it actually in 2015. We've seen some great results from it since. On that service, we'll be blogging for you, creating content, rewriting the pages, optimizing the meta tags and descriptions, and kind of everything under the sun in terms of content. One example that I want to show you guys, I'm going to pause my screen real quick here, and let's see here. I just want to pull up a site that has a lot of these factors in play. They're actually a client that's on our premium service. So I'm just going to reshare my screen. And hopefully you guys are seeing this. This is Dr. Stent. He's out of Atlanta, Georgia. Some of the things that I was pointing out here that he has that are really helping him. Up here under conditions treated, we see this arthritis, pain, and prevention and management page. We click on it, we're going to see a description, very conversational. It doesn't look like the keywords are stuffed in here. And this is the type of content that's really going to get the job done. Also, if we hover over this page, we see he has these frequently asked question pages, which are really, again, going to help him out, because we can answer questions people might have while still delivering keywords that Google is going to associate back to each service page, back to the website, etc. And these connections that Google makes are really going to be what allows them to rank you higher and see you as being a credible business. He also has pages for whiplash, frequently asked questions. Again, this is one of our chiropractic clients. Pain management. Another thing we'll talk about, or rather, I do want to point out the blog that he has. And he has a lot of keywords, a lot of good quality content being created via this blog. As well as he has a lot of videos. So that's something that I'm going to go into here in a sec. But I also want to show you a search that I'm doing for chiropractor, Atlanta, Georgia. This is a very, very competitive search. It's going to be a lot harder for somebody to rank for this type of a search than if we're competing with, say, 5 or 6 other businesses in our area. This is a very large metropolitan area. So we have him ranking second. And then again, I pointed out the reasons why. He's got great content. And then 2 other things we'll talk about. The videos are one, very important, as well as these reviews right here, which we'll talk about here in a sec. So kind of moving on here. All right, let's talk about the value of video for your website. Statistics say that 90% of online users say that they find video helpful in making their shopping or purchasing decisions. The video quality is really huge in having these videos on your site. You really want to have somebody coming in, creating a professional video for you. Really the value in that is for conversion on the website. So 2 benefits that I'm talking about here are video is something that will benefit you for search ranking, as well as something that'll benefit you for how we convert the traffic we're getting into actual new business. And video is really your opportunity to show people what it feels like to walk in the door. You want them to be able to meet the doctors, the staff, take a tour of the office, maybe view a testimonial or 2 at the end. And when people can see this, they're much more likely to be comfortable with making an appointment, for example. Length is very important for these videos. We don't want a 5-minute video on the front page of the site. We want to keep it pretty short and sweet. We find that there's a huge drop-off in viewership and in conversion after about 90 to 100 seconds in these videos. It's like a cliff, literally. It drops off very sharply after that. So these videos you want to keep in that 90 to 100 second range. Video, like I said, does affect your search engine optimization. Your website is about 50 times more likely to appear on the first page of a search engine results page if it has good quality video on it. And kind of drawing back to the value of being on YouTube, Google's product, like I said, common theme here. Google really wants you to use their products, and thus they have included them in their search algorithm kind of to try to get more people to use them, and it's working. So being on YouTube, having your videos connected from your website to YouTube is very important, as well as you do have the opportunity to stick descriptions on the back end of your video, and that's something that you definitely want to have so that Google can make those connections from the keywords on the video back to your site, back to your other pages, etc., etc. A solution to the lack of video on your site that we have is our media service. So we work with a company that will actually come out to your location. They'll set up a time to have a professional quality video shoot. They also take professional pictures. And our goal is to create about a 90-second, really slickly edited, really nice looking video that's going to help convert on the site and then as well help to rank you higher. We also do a little bit of advertising on that service through YouTube. Again, it's Google's products. They like to see that. I want to show you guys an example of a good video. So again, I'm just going to pause my screen real quick, get this up for us. And I'm actually going to play this video for you guys to see here. Here we go.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jim Kravis, the Director of Correct Care Family Chiropractic. From your very first telephone call to our office, you're going to know your difference. Our team members are going to make you feel like family, with genuine concern and care. Our 3 doctors work together to give you the benefit of our combined experience and expertise. Dr. Sharon Samolak has a master's in sports science and rehabilitation and is certified in applied kinesiology.
I thought it was something that was scary, and it's not. It's a blessing. It's wonderful. It's very important to your health overall, so I would definitely recommend chiropractic care.
My name is Dr. Todd Sundquist, and in addition to providing chiropractic care for our patients, I specialize in applied kinesiology and nutritional response testing.
I've been involved with chiropractic since I was 25 and I just turned 70. Yeah, I feel a lot better after I leave the office, and I know that through the years, because of the kind of work I used to do, if I hadn't been under chiropractic care all these years, I'd probably be a lot worse off than I am now. They welcome you right when you walk the door. It's pretty awesome. Like, they just make you feel at home.
I'm going to tell you one thing that would make your experience in our office that much better. It would be relaxed. Let us do our job, and that's taking care of you.
All right, so that was a great example of one of these videos that that we're talking about here. It's very, very high quality. The people seem very nice. Again, that's going to help really convert on the site. You'll also notice that this video is on one of our designs that allows your video to be showcased really front and center on the website. So we find that when a prospective patient comes to your site, if they see a video right up front, they're a lot more likely to go straight to it and watch it. So just a little example for you there. I'm just going to get back to the slides here. So again, if you have any interest in our media service and us kind of doing this stuff for you, you can contact the sales department, the support department, or my department as well, and we can take you through that. Moving on here, let me get my next slide. All right, I want to talk about reviews, and this being kind of the third major part of this webinar. First being the quality of custom, good quality content, as well as the value of those videos. Really the big thing that's come on recently with the advent of what we call the Google local search results popping up on search pages is the importance of reviews and the importance of your online reputation. Managing your reputation is one of the more important things you can be doing, one of the more impactful things you can be doing these days online. We find that reviews are accounting for about 10% of your ability to rank these days. There's about 200 different factors that come into play here when Google's indexing your site. So you can see that 10% impact is very, very important. A few statistics here on reviews. 90% of consumers read online reviews before visiting a business. 88% of people trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations, which is curious to me, but it really rings true if you think of yourself going to a Google search page, searching for what you want and where you want it, coming up with a search page that has a business that has a 5-star average review. You're going to be a lot more likely to click on that after you've seen those stars and read a few of those reviews. Additionally, 92% of users will use a local business if it has at least a 4-star rating. Google Plus is hands down right now the best place to have your reviews listed. The best place to direct your patients to in order to have them submit reviews. Again, it's the common theme of Google's product. When Google actually came out with Google Plus, they intended it to be more of a version of Facebook, kind of like they wanted to take over Facebook, and they wanted it to be the new social media that everybody uses. It didn't necessarily happen. Their usership was pretty low when they first came out with Google Plus. But since then, they've adapted it to be sort of like a business version of Facebook, I like to think. And additionally, recently, they've seen how much people trust Yelp reviews in order to direct them towards good businesses. So right now, they're kind of trying to make Google Plus like the new version of Yelp. And any reviews you have on Google Plus are going to be very much more important than reviews on Yelp or on your website. Although those are still very important, Google Plus is taking the cake in terms of its importance because it's going to impact where you rank directly. So you really want to encourage positive online reviews. You want to make it as easy as you possibly can for the patient. A lot of my clients, they have a lot of happy patients that are perfectly willing to submit a review. They really just need to be asked. They just need to kind of know that that's important to you as a business. And if they're happy, they shouldn't really have an issue with going and submitting a quick 1 or 2 lines for you. You can also give them a reason to help you, or give them another reason, and offer something small, an incentive, maybe a dollar amount off of their next visit, something small for free, etc. You also want to make sure you're responding to positive reviews. People really like when you say thank you. They're saying thank you to you for your treatment, your services, and other people that see that review are going to appreciate the fact that you've said, we really appreciate you submitting this review. We're really glad you had a great experience. You want to respond quickly. People like to see that you're on top of this. There is a benefit of using SEO keywords in both your responses and then also in the actual reviews that are being submitted for you. Again, these will tie back to those keywords on your site. This is another connection that Google's going to be making from your site to the Google Plus page that's linked on the site with some of the same keywords mentioned, tying back to your pages, your blog, etc. It's just another connection for Google to make to help you to rank higher. Now, negative reviews. They're always going to be there in some capacity. It's very hard to avoid them completely. You're always going to have the person that's looking for a fight that day, unfortunately. Some people just are having a bad day. There's also people that are going to want to beat you up for something small. It's a part of the nature of the beast. 86% of online consumers would like or love to hear from a company regarding a complaint or a negative review. So people actually want you to respond. The best way to respond is by directing the conversation off of the internet. So you just gotta take a deep breath. The last thing you want to do is kind of get into an online dispute. Take that fight offline. The response that I tell all of my clients to give, and the one that I see having the best impact, is we're very sorry to hear about your experience. We would love to try and fix this. Please feel free to give us a call at your number. That way, another person that's viewing this negative review online, they see that you've responded in a timely manner. You've apologized and you've said, let's fix it. Reviewing the facts in these reviews is important, but again, you don't want to get into that he said, she said kind of an online battle. I like to tell my clients to consider these comments as free research into the quality of their business. Everyone can always improve their care. You will have those people submitting reviews just kind of beating you up about something, but you also have good feedback there that you can take into account. So as well, in kind of a solution to getting more reviews, getting good reviews, tracking reviews, we do have, it's one of our newest products called our Reputation Builder product. And essentially what that does is it sets up a portal that will help generate good reviews on Google+, on Yelp, on the website, and it'll make sure that all these reviews are being tracked so that you can respond to them. So I've seen a lot of my current clients, able to basically, they send out survey emails to their current patients, to their new patients as they leave the office. We ask them to answer about 8 questions. We ask them to give you an idea of their experience. You also get to keep that information for your records. Again, improve the quality of your care. We always want to do that. And then at the end of these surveys that the patients are getting, again, via email, they'll be asked to rank you from 1 to 10. And those that rank you high, we're going to direct them straight to the Google Plus page, to Yelp, to your website as well. And that's going to help generate positive reviews. We also have a component of that service that will help to track all of these reviews as they're coming through. It doesn't only track reviews, it tracks really every mention your site's getting. So that way, you get an email notification that a review is submitted, you respond positive or negative, and again, this is all going to help with people's perception of your business, as well as really the big thing here is help you to rank higher by generating these new reviews. So those 3 solutions, the SEO content building type service, the video service where we can come out and shoot that HD quality video for you, as well as the Reputation Builder product. These are all services that are going to help out with some of these changes that Google has made. Make it easier for you to rank higher without having to do it yourself. Again, if you have any questions about them, please don't hesitate to give us a call or get in touch with one of the departments here. I want to show you guys an example of a good reputation online. So just one last time here, going to pause my screen. And I'm going to pull up Laguna Beach Animal Hospital. Laguna Beach, we're in San Diego, California, here at iMatrix, and Laguna Beach is definitely an area that we consider to be competitive. If we look at this website, we'll notice that the Google Plus page is connected here. If we click through to an actual search, you'll notice that the Laguna Beach Animal Hospital is ranking #1. They have 16 reviews. You notice the next search result has 7, and then the third has 2. It doesn't look like they have a verified Google Plus page, so it might not be displaying the actual stars in this case. But you'll notice this trend in a lot of searches these days, especially in this map section of the website, or excuse me, of the search page. The map section links directly to your Google Plus page, and that's why these reviews are so important for search engine optimization these days, is because there's a direct connection there. And you'll see a direct kind of correlation, although there's a lot of other things at play. This is one of the most direct correlations we've seen in the recent years in terms of something we know is benefiting you. So 16 reviews, they're all 5-star, or the average is 5-star. Can't really get better than that, and I know that if I was on this search page, I would be picking this hospital before any of these other ones. You know, it actually looks like I forgot to show my screen here, so I hope you guys can see this now. Sorry about that. I was just pointing out the search here for Laguna Beach Animal Hospital. We have the website that we're talking about here. One of our clients, Laguna Beach Animal Hospital, they have 16 5-star reviews as compared with these other 2. Again, you can see kind of the correlation here between number of reviews and quality of reviews. So just kind of pointing out an example for you there. Pause one more time here, get back to my slides. All right. So, in conclusion, the 3 main subjects we've really gone over. We have the different updates, you know, Hummingbird, Panda, really talking about how the quality of the content that you have is going to affect how high you rank. You can't really get away with rigging the system these days. As well, the type of searches we're doing are changing. The conversational searches, the voice searches, these are all things that are being taken into account by Google's algorithms to change the way that that you may be used to rank. But the best ways to combat this and make sure we're ranking high, or 3 of the best ways to do it are through the very good quality organic custom content on the site. The different search or different service pages, FAQ pages, blogs, meta tags, title descriptions, and then as well those videos really having an impact on the search page and how you rank, but also on the conversion rate on your site, as well as getting these reviews, really making an effort to get more reviews, especially on the Google Plus page, considering it's tied directly to Google. So kind of the end of what I have for you guys here today. I really thank you for tuning in to the online seminar. If anything we've covered today seems overwhelming, please contact us. I know I threw a lot of information at you. We're the fastest growing online marketing agency in the industry. We offer, like I said, the expert custom content, reputation tracking, really the full suite of internet marketing solutions. We're also here to help you out, and help you with doing this yourself, provide consultations, especially through my department. We have a lot of expertise in all this. And as well, we will have this recorded for you. So if you want to rewatch and hear me again, feel free to do so. I'd like to open up the floor for any questions you all might have, and we can take a few minutes to answer them. I don't see any popping up here currently. Any questions right off the bat for us? All right. Looks like I covered it all. Thanks everybody for attending. Oh, wait. Do I have an opinion on whether an app helps SEO? I'm assuming that you're talking about like a mobile app. We find that the best thing to have is that responsive website. Again, that website that adjusts itself to the size screen. If you're on a smartphone, a tablet, a lot of times people are hesitant to download apps. They think it takes time, and sometimes it can even cost money, as opposed to just going straight to the website. So I would say focus a little bit more on the April 21st update and the responsive site. All right. The webinar in response to this question about how to get a copy, we're going to go ahead and email everybody that's been a part of this a copy of the webinar, so you guys should get that momentarily. It will also be on YouTube, so you'll be able to view that really at any time. Appreciate it, everybody, and hope it was informative. Again, any questions, please give us a call. Otherwise, I hope everybody has a great day and a great holiday. Thanks.